Customers ask us sometimes, how do you sublimate on a mug? Well, it depends. It depends on the volume, the number of mugs you want to create within a certain time. It depends on the variation of mugs you want to create, ceramic, metal, shapes, different sizes. It also depends on the financial capabilities, the footprint that you have in your workshop, and the electrical capabilities of hookups. In its simplest form, a sublimation on a mug can be done on something as simple as a mug press, of which there's still some in circulation. You place the mug with the transfer into the mug press, close it, and about 3-4 minutes later, open it back up, remove the transfer paper, and the mug is ready. There's some advantages, some disadvantages to this process. The advantages, of course, I can do it all by myself. It takes a very little investment, and I can just supervise the entire process. And if I'm a little handy, which is not always easy in a mug press, it is apparently without too much of a problem. There's some disadvantages too. As you see, it takes my hands on for the full 3 minutes, can't do anything else. And the time it will take me to do, say, 20, 50, 100 or more mugs is going to be considerable. And the time invested in it will return in a small profit. There's other disadvantages as well. As you see, the shape of a mug press is sometimes unique to just one simple size and shape of a mug, so not many variations of substrates are possible. The heat and the pressure also in a mug press comes from the heater band, which is this device right here, which is a silicone and a heater all in one. That is the heart of the machine, and as you see, as the mug is compressed, it compresses under high heat a very thin fiber and silicone, which is prone to frequent failure which is expensive, difficult to replace. So that's a disadvantage. So low volume, easy to work with, but prone to any kind of mishaps over time. If this turns out to be a little small and a little bit too constricted, then we'll go to the next phase, the next upgrade. What can I do if this is proving to be too small, too restrictive for my sublimation purposes? And we'll go to the next step. A step up from a mug press is a countertop oven. Looks very similar to a baker's oven, but with some significant differences. The advantage of a countertop oven is that a good number of mugs can fit at the same time inside an oven, about a dozen of them to be exact. The way to do that, rather than a mug press with a heater band, is with a mug wrap that doesn't require heat, just provides pressure to the mug. The mug wrap is attached or wraps the mug and the transfer like this, and then simply goes into the oven. About a dozen at a time. Set time, set temperature, about 12 minutes, 395, 400 degrees. Close the door, set the airspeed, and you can walk away for the next 12 to 15 minutes. Do something else, come back, unload and reload one batch at a time. Gives you about 35 to 40 mugs per hour, and as you can see, shape is not a restriction. Any shape, any size of mug wrap and substrate can fit inside the oven. If the countertop oven or the batch oven is still too small at 35 to 40 mugs per hour, then we go a step higher, a step bigger, into a conveyor type sublimation system. This conveyor belt is the smaller one that we built. It's 24 inches wide, 14 feet long, has a heater compartment as well as a cooling compartment, with the mugs now traveling from one end of the oven to the other. Temperature, time, airspeed are all set from the control panel. The same mug wrap can cover the same types of substrates and then be placed on the belt for sublimation. The dwell time in the oven is about 10 to 12 minutes. Then they exit the oven and proceed under the cooler until the very end of the conveyor belt, where you can then remove the wrap simply by hand. So I've shown you how to upgrade from a mug press to a wrap with oven and to the larger sublimation ovens. An easy upgrade path. Start small with one mug at a time. Once the customer base grows, go to a larger production setup, a more efficient production setup, including wraps, a smaller countertop oven. If it grows even beyond that, beyond 30 to 40 per hour capacity, then start thinking about a conveyor belt oven that can do 100 and more per hour.